All right, let's settle the big one. In one corner, you've got the stock market, the powerhouse of corporate America. And in the other corner, you have real estate, solid, tangible wealth you can actually touch. For years, we've seen them go head-to-head for our investment dollars. But what if I told you the real path to $1 million isn't about picking a winner at all?
So what's it going to be? Is your road to riches paved with stock certificates, or is it built, literally, brick by brick? We're always told to pick a side. But honestly, this whole fight, it's a total distraction. The real winner isn't even in the ring. Because the truly wealthy, they aren't just betting on an asset, they're rigging the whole game in their own favor.
And yeah, these are the classic arguments, right? You've heard them a million times. The stock market folks are yelling liquidity, diversification, and the real estate gurus are roaring back leverage, cash flow. And you know what? They're all right. Both are incredible ways to build wealth. But focusing only on the vehicle, well, that completely misses the most important part of the journey, the person behind the wheel. This is where we need to totally shift our thinking. We have to stop looking at this as a simple choice between two investments and start realizing that the wealthy, they're playing an entirely different game, a game where they've completely rewritten the rules.
This quote from Robert Kiyosaki nails it. Just let that sink in for a second. It's not the stock that's risky. It's not the property that's a bad deal. It's the person buying it. The investment itself is neutral. You are the one variable that decides if it succeeds or fails. In any transaction, you are either the asset that makes it sing or the liability that sinks the whole ship.
So how do you become the asset? Well, you become what's known as a sophisticated investor. And this isn't just about having a pile of cash. It's about having a special key that unlocks a whole different universe of deals, the kind of deals the average person never ever even hears about. And that key, it's made of three things we call the 3 E's.
Let's break these down. First up, education. And I'm not talking about a fancy college degree. I'm talking about real-world financial literacy. The skill to look at a financial statement for a business or a property and actually understand the story the numbers are telling you. Second, experience. The rich know that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's just tuition you pay for getting wiser. And third, excess cash. This is so important. This is money you can genuinely afford to lose, which, funnily enough, gives you the confidence to take the smart, calculated risks that lead to those massive wins. But before you can even get those 3 E's, you need to build the right foundation. And that foundation, it isn't built with money. It's built inside your own head. It all kicks off with how you frame your reality. This simple phrase right here, it kills more dreams than any stock market crash ever could. I can't afford it. The moment you say that, your brain just shuts down. It's a period at the end of a sentence, a full stop. You've accepted a temporary problem as a permanent wall, and your mind just gives up looking for a way around it. It's a statement of surrender.
But just watch what happens when we change one little word. Asking, how can I afford it? That's like a command to your brain to wake up and start solving a puzzle. It turns that dead end into an open door. It's not about denying reality, it's about refusing to let your current situation be your final one. It opens your mind up to creativity, new strategies, and most importantly, action. This mental flip, from I can't to how can I, is the very first step toward what the legendary Napoleon Hill called definiteness of purpose. Now, this isn't some fuzzy wish like, I hope I get rich someday. No, this is a crystal clear specific goal with a burning desire behind it that literally forces you to create a plan and go after it like your life depends on it. This is the mental engine that powers all massive fortunes.
Okay, so we've got the mindset right. Now what? What's the actual practical plan? How do we build the machine that creates that excess cash we need to become sophisticated investors? The answer is all about understanding where your money's coming from right now.
This is Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, and I'm telling you, this might be one of the most powerful financial diagrams you'll ever lay your eyes on. See, on the left side, you've got employees and the self-employed. They're both stuck in this same trap. They're trading their time for money. If they stop working, the money stops. Simple as that. But on the right side, that's where the magic is. You have business owners who own a system that makes money, and investors whose money itself makes more money. The right side is where real freedom lives.
So, the strategic goal becomes unbelievably clear. The real path to wealth isn't about agonizing over stocks versus real estate. It's about making the journey from the left side of this quadrant over to the right. You have to stop being the engine that powers your income and start owning the engine instead.
And this right here,
This is the game-changing secret that the rich get and the middle class often misses. Most people think the whole point of a business is just to make money to pay the bills. But the wealthy know the truth. The real purpose of a business is to build a machine that buys your assets for you. Your business buys the stocks. Your business buys the real estate. You just focus on building the system that builds your wealth.
And look, this doesn't mean you need to quit your job tomorrow and risk it all. Here's the practical way to do it. Step 1, keep your day job. That's your safety net, your foundation. Step 2, start a business on the side. This is your training ground for learning how to live on the right side of the quadrant. And then step 3, the big move, you take the profits from that side business and you use them to buy assets. You move into that I quadrant. Now your system is buying your freedom for you, one share of stock, one property at a time.
So let's put all these pieces together. We've shifted our mindset, we understand the real mission, and we've seen the path. Now let's assemble the final blueprint, the toolkit you actually need to make this strategy a reality. This is it, your new wealth blueprint. It all starts with that definiteness of purpose, your big why. It's fueled by financial literacy, so you can actually read the scoreboard and know if you're winning. The engine is your automated business system, and it's all held together by the last two critical pieces: strategic patience to see it through, and an unstoppable bias for action. Because you can't just think your way to wealth, you have to act, learn, and adjust your way there. And that brings us all the way back to the beginning. Stocks or real estate? Well, the answer is, you've been asking the wrong question the whole time. The real answer is both. But here's the twist. They aren't bought with the money from your 9-to-5. They are acquired by the business you build first. You stop trading your precious time for assets, you build a system that trades its profits for your freedom.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Take a hard, honest look at your own financial life and ask yourself this one question. Are you working for your assets, or are you building an engine where your assets work for you? Are you spending your life buying assets, or are you building a life where your assets are bought for you? The answer to that question, well, that's going to determine everything. Thanks for watching.